Okay, so you have finally picked up your supplies, and inside your envelope, there's all these goodies in here, and I'm going to put those aside right now. But in there, you should find some string or thread, and there should be 3 or 4 of them in there. Some of you might have 3, some of you might have 4. This one has 3, I believe. So yeah. 2 light ones and 1 darker one. So what I'm going to show you how to do is put together your sketchbook. So I'm going to set these strings aside right here. You should have a stack, maybe 2 sheets of black paper, a few sheets of white, and a few sheets of neutral. What I'm going to do with each of those stacks, and you can do yours differently if you want to, but I kind of like mine separated. So I'm going to fold it in half down this way, and then I'm going to take it and open it up, making sure that both pages are in there. And I'm going to take a light colored string, and I'm going to put that right in the middle there and close it up. So there's one. What I'm making is different registers. That means different sections. So there's one with the black paper, one section or one register with a black paper. Then I'm going to take the white paper, and there's quite a few of them. I put several in there so that you can figure out what you want to do with it. But this is pretty thick for a register. I'm going to take maybe 2 out because I might want to draw like a panoramic. So I'm going to keep this in my folder. So I'm going to take the portfolio that it all came in and put this back in the portfolio and keep those 2 whole. And then I'm going to take my other white paper, and from this stack, just kind of, even it out and then fold it in half. It's still quite thick, but that's okay. That gives us a lot of drawing paper for our sketchbook and journaling paper. So just kind of crease it down. And then I'm going to open this up, and I like contrast. I like darks against lights and lights against darks. So I'm going to take my dark thread and just kind of string that in there and then close it up. And so now I have 2 registers, a black one and a white one. And then for this last one, the neutral colors, make sure I fold those up. And neutral colors are really nice toned paper for use with like white pencils or colored pencils. They show up really nicely on toned paper. So that's why those are in there. Once I crease that down, open it up to the middle again, and now I have light on light. So not a lot of contrast, low contrast. So I have 1 neutral value register, 1 white register, and then 1 black register. So what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to take the 2 end strings and make sure they're all evened up. So these first 3 right here, make sure they're all even. And then I'm going to put them through this hole in my binder. Oh, let's get those in there evenly. And I'm going to pull the bottom strings a little bit so they're all even, nice and taut, tight. There we go. And then for the bottom, I'm going to do the same. Make sure those are all even, or as even as possible, and stick those through this bottom opening and pull those tight. So now I've got string on the top and string on the bottom, and you can see that the binder has already been pre-creased. I'm just going to crease it a little bit more because it's been laying flat for the last 2 weeks waiting for you to pick it up. But then I'm going to take these and kind of pull these tight, like so. 3 that way and 3 that way. And then check the inside. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. They're not loose or anything. And you don't want to tie it too tight because I'll show you why we're doing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it where it crosses and then tuck it in there once. And untuck it in there one more time. So I went through the loop twice, and then I'm going to pull it down a little bit and keep my finger there like a shoelace, like I'm tying a shoelace. And then I'm going to cross it over again one time and then make it go under. This takes some tricky finger work. You might need some help. One time and then one more time. And then try and pull that tight like so. And there you have it, your sketchbook. So the reason, let me show you how or why I have, so here's my sketchbook. Nothing's falling out. But when I open it, I have my black register, my white register, and my neutral register all separated. And this is the reason why we're doing this. This is super cool, is that if I ever wanted to take out my drawing, I can take the white register and just kind of pull it out of there and then flip through my sketchbook and then pull out the sketch that I want and then put the rest of it back in. Or if I'm submitting just 1 or 2 pages or whatever that is, I can just put it back in when I'm done. Also, it's expandable. If you run out of pages, I'm just going to slip this back in. And then just kind of crease it a little bit. So there's my handy dandy sketchbook, which I love, this neutral black, white, and browns in there. Whoever's going to get this one is super lucky. But if I wanted to create another register because the rest of my pages are filled up, I can easily just, stick another string in there and then stick another register in there, just like that, just to expand my sketchbook. So that is your handy dandy sketchbook. I hope you love it to death. We're going to get to decorate the inside pages or the outside covers and inside covers for your first assignment. So let's get to drawing.